Every month, you and I might spend money to buy a Netflix pass or a Spotify pass or any other kind of pass because it allows you to have access to exclusive content and privileges. Hi, it's Vixen and I'm back with a new story. Please watch until the end because I need some valuable opinions on this topic. I can't experience the kids side of the story, so to anyone who can you please watch until the end and let me know what you think of this and what you think of the kids' actions. An 11-year-old kid took full advantage of this fact and started selling N-word passes to his white friends for as much as $50 per pass. Needless to say, his white adoptive mom was horrified, so they turned to the internet. The mom, going by the username Mortified Mom online, sent a letter to Karen Feeding. She said, "We've done our best to have honest, age-appropriate discussions on race, of privilege, and how messed up the systematic oppression and racism in a country is. I thought we had done an okay job until yesterday." So apparently the kid's plan was revealed when he tried to sell the N-word pass to one of the white friends of his sister. Each of these passes cost $25 to $50. I don't know why some passes were cheaper and some were more expensive, but apparently he might have raked $1,000 just out of selling N-word passes. And it makes you wonder, why did so many white kids want to have this privilege? Was it just naivety? Were they waiting for permission to use it? Are they aware of the history associated with that word and why Black people have such a strong tie to it? The mom recognizes that some of his classmates will have felt upset and uncomfortable, and she says she feels like a horrible mother because she thought she did a good job teaching him about Black history and about the struggles that Black people have gone through. According to her, she wants the punishment to be taking away his device privileges for a long time, confiscating the money, and she asks for help from the internet on what they should do. Personally, I don't know how well the confiscating of the device would bode with the situation. I think confiscating the money is a good idea, but it seems like you need to have a talk with your son again. Whilst all this sounds very horrible and very tragic, we must not forget that this is an 11-year-old child who might at best have been naive. The response on the online letter that the mom sent highlighted that it's not surprising that the Black child would feel a sense of ownership and entitlement to use the word as he sees fit, in spite of what his parents say. They described the situation as something hilarious and brilliant, if also naive and short-sighted. He felt that he had a privilege and that he could sell it on to white people. However, by doing so, he certainly devalues and disembodies the history of Black people and the struggles that are associated with this identity. The last advice that Karen Feeding wrote in their letter to mom said that hopefully there is a Black adult in Martin's life. It would be ideal for him to hear from someone who has experienced the anti-Blackness that brought the word to life in the first place. Your son must understand that regardless of how much he trusts his white friends of his who are so eager to use the N-word in front of him, that they'll pay for the privilege. Empowering them to do so is a betrayal of the Black folks who would be upset at such a thing, aka the majority of Black people. And that is something I agree with. However, I certainly don't put a lot of blame on the child, because even though fellow classmates at 11 years old who are Black might feel a very strong sense of identity and background history, 11 years old is a very tender age for someone to distinguish between the severity of some situation. I don't know if him being adopted played any part in what he has been doing. It seems that the parents of the child did try to educate him indeed, but some people have criticized that perhaps they've passed on their own personal views. Moreover, the absence of a Black figure in his circle might have indeed played a part in him not realizing the gravity of the situation and the struggles that his people have gone through to obtain the right and the privilege, the exclusive privilege to this word. I certainly don't think that an 11-year-old child had the intention of hurting anyone or of realizing the devaluation of the word by selling it on. It's actually noteworthy to mention that this incident has happened before in the past. Specifically in February 2019 of last year, students were caught trading N-word passes in Churchill High School in Potomac. However, that situation is much more inexcusable because it was described as a joke that maybe went a tiny bit too far. It was described as a joke because apparently they printed the N-word pass on a golden Willy Wonka ticket. It started off as a joke, but in reality it is a mockery of the whole situation. If a white person tries to sell the N-word, it's definitely much more bothersome and twisted. As this is a fairly new incident, it hasn't been covered much online, so I would love to hear your own thoughts and opinions on this in the comments below. Please tell me how you feel and what you think of this topic. If you enjoyed the video and learned something new, please like it. It helps. And if you would like to get some value in your feed 3 times a week, please subscribe to my channel because you'll be seeing me a lot. Until the next one, take care.